Pressure is escalating on Mitt Romney to release his tax returns. First, he admitted that his tax rate is probably closer to 15%, even though the top rate is 35%. At the White House, spokesman Jay Carney got into the act.
It is an established tradition for presidential candidates to release their tax records. Then Senator Obama did release multiple years of his tax records. President George W. Bush, President Clinton, nominees for each party for years and years and years.
I'm joined now by Pat Garofalo, economic policy editor of thinkprogress.org. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what is it that people think they're going to find? What are folks looking for in these income tax returns?
Well, mostly what folks think they're going to find, and what Romney himself basically confirmed yesterday, is that he's paying really low taxes because all of his money comes from investments. He's not making much in terms of wage money, relatively speaking, and so he's paying a rate that's around 15%, whereas the top income tax rate, you know, what LeBron James or other people who make a lot of money but have it all come from wages pay, is closer to 35%.
All right, some people's eyes glaze over, I'm among them, when it comes to really defining what taxes are, you know, and how they work. But clearly a 15% tax rate is lower than a lot of middle income people pay. So why is there this disparity? I mean, basically, nobody's suggesting there's anything illegal here. It's the way the system is set up, though.
Right, there's a disparity because the way the tax code is set up, it really preferences investment. So the top investment rates, even if you're making hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars a year through investments, you pay at a top rate of 15%, whereas, you know, athletes, movie actors who are making their money through wages are still making that amount of money, but they're paying the top wage rate of 35%. This is the way the system has been set up. The theory behind it, and we can argue about whether it's true or not, is that people need low tax rates to incentivize investment.
All right, so let's just take it, Mitt Romney, for example, and we don't know how much he made last year, but by his own statement, he made about $374,000 in actual earnings. In other words, that's what he got from speeches. But his actual overall income, which was taxed at that 15% maximum rate, is somewhere guesstimated 20, 30 million, right? So percentage-wise, his actual, do you call it earned income? His actual salary was very low comparatively.
And that's exactly right, and that's why his tax rate is as low as it is. There's another issue here in that the particular industry that Romney was in, the private equity industry, they get a huge tax break that not a lot of other people get, in that the money that investors pay money managers like Romney to manage their accounts gets treated as investment income. So if somebody comes along and gives Mitt Romney money to run their investments, money that Romney gets paid to do that gets treated as an investment instead of as wages like everybody else who collects a paycheck. So he's collecting a paycheck to manage other people's money, but that gets treated as an investment that Romney himself made for tax purposes.
And that's the law that we allowed to go through. Pat
Exactly
Garofalo,
right.
thank you so much. Let's bring in South Carolina